In this backyard, we found a 1975 Dodge Power Wagon that was sitting for the last 37 years. And what we thought would be an easy recovery soon turned into the complete opposite when we began trying to pull it out.
Oh, all right. This is gonna be problematic.
Can we save this truck, or did we just bite off more than we can chew?
All right, so we got word that there's a 1975 Dodge Power Wagon tucked in this outbuilding.
Yeah, it's like a little tent.
Okay, this thing is pretty cool.
I love bull bars on old trucks, man.
Yeah, and the bug splatter guard.
Those two, you don't see those on new trucks.
Oh man, it does have a camper top.
Oh, that camper top is huge.
Oh no, this is gonna be really difficult to fit in our trailer.
I don't know if it's gonna fit.
Oh,
that's
boy.
wide.
Yeah, I was misled a little bit.
Power Wagon.
I love this. It's so covered. I can't tell what color it is. I don't know if it's like a light brown or gold. I think it's like a goldish color.
It's like a mix. I knew about Power Wagons being from like the 50s, and then I always saw newer Dodge truck have Power Wagon on it, but I didn't know they had Power Wagons like around this time.
This thing's incredible. Let's check out the interior, Mike. Wow, it's nice in there.
So this camper top, it's a little loose, but look at the plate that's on this thing. I actually love this plate too, even though it's all beat up. But 87, 86.
This is cool.
Should we take a peek at this?
No,
right. Put it back. Wait, Brent, did you see what happened?
Oh, that's bad.
We went to go take this
So
off and I went.
the bottom's not connected. This arm is still there, but the bottom's not connected. I think we might make it in with it too.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight, but I think we can do it because if I'm 6 foot, our trailer's 7 foot, we'll have an inch.
I prefer to take it.
Okay.
I think it's gonna look sick in the trailer. This huge thing.
Before we go and get the owner and talk about this truck, we'll tell you about the truck that we are giving away. If you haven't been following the channel, you might not know that we are giving away this 1960 C10 Apache, and the giveaway is about to end. If you're seeing this video on the day that it launches, there's only 10 days left. And this truck has been so much fun to work on. We pulled it out of an abandoned warehouse. We polished the whole entire vehicle, cleaned everything, put new tires on. We then went ahead and completely reupholstered the interior and put in a new radio as well as a new sound system. And for my favorite part, we had a custom wooden bed installed with real walnut and fractal wood burn patterns and brand new hardware. Guys, this truck has been a blast to drive. It's been a blast to have around the shop. The amount of attention that it gets is incredible. And we feel so privileged to be able to give this away, which is why we are bringing back the 20 times multiplier for the end of this giveaway. But we thought we would add a bonus where you'll get 30 times entries on any of our packages. So if you order any of the packages, you're going to get the best offer that we've given the whole entire giveaway on a single item. And you could purchase any of those bundles or anything else on the store and potentially be driving this summer. And I'll reiterate, this giveaway has been such a blessing. We've had so much fun, and also our team has done a fantastic job of creating fantastic products, making sure all the items get fulfilled and that customer service is top notch. And we didn't change the prices or up them because we were doing this giveaway. We just wanted to offer the potential to win this if you wanted to support our detailing product line. So if you do want the opportunity to win this truck, go to wdautosupply.com, go buy anything, and you could potentially take this truck home. Now that I've told you guys all about this truck and our giveaway, let's wrap that and go and talk to the owner about that other cool truck. All right, so we're gonna respect the owner's wishes, and he doesn't want to be on camera, so we're not gonna show him, but he's standing right next to Brent, and so we're just gonna ask him a couple questions about the truck, and we'll start with, when did you buy it?
1979.
Okay, and how many miles did it have on it when you bought it?
About 2,000.
Oh, wow, so this is basically a brand new truck. Was it anywhere else before it
Well, it was
rested?
set back in here.
Oh, it was in the
with
barn
a black
first?
Car. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
set back in there for a long time.
Been since 87. That was the last time I saw it plated.
Yeah, that's when it was last plated.
Yeah.
But I mean, like 10, 12 years ago, something like that, I put this up and put it in here. I'm telling you what, that's a workhorse. I had an Oldsmobile 98 stood up on its side and in the bed.
Oh,
It was hanging out like
Wait,
9 feet over
I'm sorry.
the
You
tailgate.
know, like a car was
The entire car,
Are you hearing
missing
this?
the gas tank and the 4 tires.
so like on the doors.
Yeah, on the doors. And the motor was slid up next to the back of the cab.
Holy
Yeah, I've seen
crap.
that going down the road. But I got caught, they'd lock me up for sure.
But now that all the yammering is done, we got to figure out how we're going to get out of here all the way into the trailer over there.
All right, here we go. RJ, pull forward a little bit. Slowly, slowly. Woo! Oh, that's not good.
Oh. Is it moving?
It moved a little bit. Go for it.
All right.
Almost. One more. Don't floor it though. Just give it a little bit of gas when you're going.
All right. This is gonna be problematic.
This is gonna be problematic.
All right, Mike, you ready?
Yeah.
There we go. Almost.
Yep.
Well, I guess we can get it up. If we keep doing this, we'll get it there eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we finally get this truck pulled up to the front to get it prepped to go into the trailer. If you're not already subscribed to our channel, take a second and hit that subscribe button, because next week's video is one you do not want to miss, I promise you. And we're making our way to 1.3 million subscribers, so that would really help us out. And we do all these details absolutely for free, so if you could like this video, that helps us out a ton.
It's gonna be way too close. I think we'd.
Oof.
This is bad. We have taken some measurements, aka us going like this and this with our trailer and the camper cap. I'm not even gonna try. This is just.
If it's this tall, it won't fit. And it is this tall.
It is this tall. So I'm going to jump into Mike's penthouse and knock the dirt off your feet before you come in here. Take your shoes off too. Brent, come in here.
Oh, it's 4 C-clamps.
It's 4 C-clamps. This is all that's holding this thing on.
Look in this corner.
Yeah. So there's one, and one.
Classic. Well, this is good. Can we keep the C-clamps? We don't have any in the shop. I kind of need some. For real.
All right, Mike, you know what would be horrible that I just thought of?
Huh.
Imagine you're camping and someone closes this door on you, and then they close this. Now, how is RJ getting out?
All right, hang on. I'll show you.
That's not the best design I've seen.
Hang on 1 second. Come here, Brent. Let me show you.
You think you'd fit through here?
Hang on.
I don't.
All right, maybe there would be a problem. Hang on.
I think when this was new, it probably worked all right. Maybe,
Wait, ready? You want to see how I'd get out? Watch out, Mike.
There's. This is true. Also, just so everybody knows, the owner said that he's gonna take this and dispose of it. So RJ broke that. It's okay. Brett, you ready?
All right, real quick before we get into the Dodge Power Wagon, I just wanted to say that we are driving around the United States looking for vehicles like this in this condition. So if you have an enthusiast vehicle that is extremely dirty like this truck is, reach out to us at our email or our Instagram and send us what you have and let us know where you're at, and we might just come out and pick your car up and detail it for free. But now on to the Dodge Power Wagon. This is a big hoss.
This truck probably has the coolest name of any truck, in my opinion. You know, I have Ford Raptor's a cool name, but something about Power Wagon really gets me going.
You said it wrong.
Power Wagon. Power Wagon.
Power Wagon.
I never really knew about the 80s trucks or the 50s trucks being Power Wagons. All I ever saw when I was a kid was the 2000 series Dodge or 2010 where they said Power Wagon, real big on the side and real big on the back. I always thought it was really cool, but I never really knew the history of it. And this is definitely where it came from. This thing is huge and it means business.
What was the Power Wagon nomiker for? That was just to basically say it can tow a lot and it's made for work?
I think it's, yeah, I could do it all type of thing. And it looks the part for sure.
I believe the aftermarket piece is, well, I actually like the bug guard here. I hate the ram bar.
I love the ram bars. I've always loved ram bars on trucks. I think it just makes it look more mean. And also, if you just so happen to smash into something, it doesn't matter because this thing is solid.
I don't know. I think we should take it off and wash it without the ram bar and let everyone in the comments decide what looks better, bar or no bar.
Please let us know. Let him know that trucks with big bars in it are sick, but we probably will have to just remove this. I don't think the owner even wants it on there, right?
No, and we have a scrap guy that would love to come and pick this up and make a couple bucks.
You're gonna have to help him put it in the truck then.
Speaking of ram bars, one of the other trucks that we featured on our channel was a 1978 Ford F-250 that had a ram bar and a bug deflector on it as well. And I think it fit that truck better than it fits this truck. That was kind of like an off-roading truck. It had KC lights and a light bar on the top of the roof. And so I think it made more sense than it does on this truck. But with that being said, would you rather have a Dodge Power Wagon, a Ford F-250, or maybe a C10 Apache. So comment down below what you think the best truck manufacturer is. I've had GMCs, I've had Chevys, and I blew 2 GMCs back to back up. Now I drive a Ford. I've never been a Dodge guy.
Just don't say Toyota. Adam Buck, I know you want to say Toyota. It's just not true. Trucks aren't big enough. Sorry, dude.
Dude, Mike just dunked from the half court line on Buck. Holy smokes. I am so glad that we were able to get that cap off because A, the truck looks a lot better. B, that truck cap was destroyed and was gonna go in the garbage anyways, so it was best that we left it there for the owner to dispose of. But this is gonna be one of our best bed cleanings that we've ever done. But first we're gonna have to drag out these 2 tires. Hopefully they hold air because the tires down there do not. Yeah. And this extra fuel tank that I believe is an auxiliary tank for the bed because it has more space, which is why 8-foot beds are good. You can put an extra gas tank there and go farther.
That cap did a wonderful thing for this truck. It actually, if you look here, you can see that this is all in really, really nice shape. Like no water got in here. So I'm super surprised. Usually truck beds get destroyed and rusted out. And this thing's gonna come back pretty nice.
All right, now it's time for the best part of the video where we remove the ram bar.
Ugly. This thing looks like it's wearing braces.
So the bumper is actually connected to the ram bar, so we have to remove this and then reinstall the bumper. So I have 1 more bolt on this side, 1 more bolt on that side, and I need Brent and Mike to make sure it doesn't fall on my head and kill me.
RJ, I'm cutting you off right now. This truck looks so much better. I don't care what Mike or anyone else says.
I don't think so.
This thing looks way better.
It looks, to me, without the bull bar, it looks like nerdy teenager with braces. And I mean, maybe if it said Dodge or Ram or Power Wagon on it somewhere, I'd like it more, but I feel like it needs something, like a badge or something. Maybe it's missing something to me.
He doesn't even know how to say the name of the truck.
Power Wagon.
All right, leave a comment down below which one's better, with or without.
Before we get to the bed, I was starting to remove this old weather stripping that was installed before the camper was put on. And I don't know what company manufactured this, but I know it's ripping off a little bit. But the fact that this is in such good shape, I know it doesn't look like it now, but watch how easy a plastic scraper just lifts that right off. It's like butter. Every time I'm removing anything that has adhesive like that, it's usually a complete nightmare and it cracks and crumbles and it's a pain in the butt. You think I can do a one scrape, single scrape for the record? What do you think that is, 3.5 feet? Ready, Brent? Oh, the hole messed me up. Hang on, I'm still counting that. Mic drop. Okay, so we have a spare tire in the bed that does hold air. Obviously, this one does not. And so I thought, all right, we should replace it. So I took off all the nuts on the studs and then I started to try and pull the tire off. It wasn't coming off. So then I started to hit it with a hammer because this rim's gonna be junk anyways. So I didn't care how hard I was gonna hit it. Then I was like, this is not coming off. It won't come off at all. It's not even budging. Well, if you look very closely right here, we have a stud that was stripped. And instead of replacing the stud, what do you guys think that he did? Do you think he just ran 4 lugs instead of all 5? Or do you think he welded the stud to the rim so that this wheel can now never be removed again? Well, it can be removed. There's only one way to do it.
And now with that wheel off, we're gonna go ahead and clean the wheel well, put a replacement one on, and clean all of the wheels. Now all I'm going to say is we're using our WD Auto Supply wheel package on this wheel, which includes our tire cleaner and our Purple Rain wheel cleaner, and you guys will see the before and after. It speaks for itself. But even just purchasing this package could win you the C10 truck, and you have awesome products. Okay, Mike, before we talk about the engine bay in here, I noticed this huge hole on the side of the truck. What do you think that's from?
Well, the previous owner of this vehicle let me know that there was a very fast piece of metal moving and struck the side of the truck at one point in time. And I was like, oh, maybe I can find whatever struck the truck. But I think I found where it hit inside. So it went through the fender and it hit right here, tried to come out.
What size do you think that piece of metal was?
I think that piece of metal was probably around 115 grains, but I'm not sure. But with that being said, we're gonna leave this nice little birthmark on this car alone, and let's check out the engine bay. Oh, this guy's needs a lubricant.
Hey, if that ram bar was in the front, it would have been tougher for you to open that, just saying.
Well, actually, what makes it really tough is that Dura reflector shield. So here is our big, dirty engine bay. Traditionally, this Power Wagon came with a 318 HD, which the owner was telling me kind of bores out the motor to like a 330 cubic inches, but that motor failed him. So the power plant he put in here is actually a 440 big block. Now, this thing is not in great shape, and it's definitely not gonna run. The last time he had this thing running was off of, oh nice, that's wired in, off of this acrylic enamel can from Napa. So he just put fuel in here. There's no fuel tank on this truck right now. And the likelihood of this thing being able to run is slim to none. So the next owner of this vehicle plans to do something with the engine. I'm not sure if he's gonna rebuild this guy or if he plans to put something else in here, but nonetheless, we are gonna clean this up and give him a clean place to start.
So to all the truck owners that are watching, what would you guys put into this truck to replace this engine? Mike, what would you put in here?
This is very easy for me. It has to be a Cummins motor, probably a 5.9 liter Cummins motor.
Well, let's grab the citrus degreaser and clean it up so at least when they go to swap this out, they have a nice area to work on.
Let's do it.
Mike, before you even talk about the interior, I can't come any closer. It reeks in here, dude.
I gotta say, this one is pretty bad. Pretty bad. There's definitely some moisture in here.
It wasn't even inside of a barn, or maybe it was before it where it was sitting, but like it smells like it was in a barn and every critter and crawler was in it living and doing their business for the last 30 years.
And then you made it all wet.
Yes.
And there definitely was critters in here because there is a little mouse trap that I don't think it was going to work anymore. But anyways, inside the Power Wagon, what do we have? Not much. This is a pretty bare bones truck. It does have a radio. It does have AC, and it looks like somebody put in an 8-track player. What's really sick about this thing is it is manual, and it does have high and low lockers. And it has some other features that new trucks don't really have. One of my favorite features is this rack back here where you can put your snow brush or maybe a little shovel in case you get stuck.
What size shovel would you put on there?
A little mini one. I can picture in my head, little shovel. But also, it's hard for us to see it. Maybe when I get the seats out, what you could see is what are jumper seats in the rear of this truck. Brent, do you know what jumper seats are?
No.
You have no idea?
No.
Okay, I gotta finagle this seat out, and then we gotta look at these jumper seats for sure. All right, we're about to get this seat out. Usually I would have RJ help me, but he's at a hair appointment. So Chris, my brother, he's gonna actually help me out today. Just go slow, because I have to crawl through this thing. All right. Oh.
Okay, would you say these floor pans are at least in decent shape for being outside?
They're okay. I wouldn't say that they're the best shape I've ever seen, but I don't see any gaping holes and it holds my weight, so they're good enough for me. Here's a fuel tank. I'm not sure if it's actually to this truck or a different truck because there was another fuel tank in the back.
Oh, that's a jumper seat.
This guy.
That can't be
And
safe.
it works. Listen, this passes all safety regulations. Pop a squat right here. It even has a seat belt. I remember my buddy Brian, he had an S10 that used to have a jumper seat, and I used to sit back there in high school. But this one actually has two, has one on each side.
Do truck companies make those now, or are those gone?
Oh, definitely not in the United States. They don't have jumpers anywhere. But maybe some other companies do in other countries. Let us know if anybody does still manufacture a truck with jumper seats. But I highly doubt it, dude. This is very unsafe.
Now let's see what kind of transformation this interior cleaner can help us do.
now it's time to polish the Power Wagon. And I initially thought with this paint job that it wasn't going to come back and I wasn't going to get any kind of gloss from this paint by polishing, but I went ahead and did a couple of test areas, and surprisingly, I can bring it back, which kind of sucks for me because I'm going to have to spend a ton of time to do so. But then I started to look at the hood after we finished the decontamination process, and I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there is no clay bar in the world that will remove that kind of contamination. So before I filmed anything, I wanted to see if I could even make it look moderately presentable, and this is the result that I ended up with, which, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of impressed with myself because this does not look too bad. It has a lot of patina. There's definitely still staining in the paint, but it's shiny, it's glossy. It kind of looks cool with all the patina, in my opinion. I think it fits the truck, to be honest, but the process is not a pretty one. So in order to get this kind of result, I first have to use a DA sander to try and remove all the contamination and that top layer of paint. From there, I use my rotary to go ahead and cut down all the sanding marks to try and bring back any kind of gloss. I then use a DA with a microfiber pad to continue the cutting process, and then I finish with a foam pad on a DA. So that's a 4-step correction to make it look kind of presentable. And I'll be honest, guys, it's ugly. It is not like a nice, pretty, perfect cross-hatching. There's no aesthetic to the way that I have to polish this. I am like standing on the truck and grinding. I mean, it's a lot, because realistically, this is a repaint car if you want it to look really, really nice. So I'll show you the steps in order from the sanding to the rotary and to the DA and then the DA finish, but I probably won't make you guys sit through a 2-hour segment of me trying to make this look moderately shiny. And that concludes our detail on the 1975 Power Wagon. This truck is really big and took a ton of work, but it is very cool. And speaking of cool trucks, our giveaway on that 1960 C10 Apache is ending soon. If you're seeing this video, it means that that giveaway is ending in 10 days or less. And right now, if you go to the website and buy anything, there's a 20 times multiplier, which means $1 spent equals 20 entries. Or if you purchase any of our packages, like for example, our intermediate package that we have right here, you get 30 times entry, which is the largest multiplier that we put on any of the products on the site. So if you want the opportunity to win, there is no better time than right now to go check out the website, buy something, and have the opportunity to take home that 1960 C10 Apache. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, hit subscribe, and we're going to see you next week with another tearjerker video. So stay tuned.